hurt him and knock him out. You know, like he make he go out of his game. You know, like he.
Right.
Because if he stay like comfortable to some punch and takedowns, he gonna win the fight.
I mean, Islam is champion and he has a lot of experience, but I think Ian Garry has a chance.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think so. Ian Garry has to stop his takedowns, and striking, Ian Garry is very smart, calculated fighter.
Really, honestly, looking at the fight, I feel like Ian has a good chance to win, you know, just from, yeah, that's my perspective, but I'll just be looking from wanting to fight both those guys, so I'll just be looking as a spectator / competitor.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Islam. Heavy favourite here, rightfully so. Both great fighters. Islam, pound for pound, still number one right now.
Everyone who has shared the octagon with Islam Makhachev agrees on one thing. He walks into this fight as the man to beat. His wrestling pedigree is on another level. But Ian Garry isn't your typical opponent. His massive height and reach advantage could turn this into a much tighter contest than people are predicting.
Islam is huge.
He's huge.
He's huge.
He's too big for 55, and then you see him at 170. Like, how did you ever make 55?
Right.
Because he's so dominant at 170.
Yeah, Hunter from the UFC, I was in his office not too long ago, and they keep record of all the weights fight night. They don't release them all, but they keep it. And we were talking about the Islam fight when I fought Islam, and he was telling me his weight. I was like, that's
What did he weigh?
He said he was very familiar with Ian Garry. Said we watch him all the time. Ian Garry runs the whole time? Really? I had not noticed that. And it's a very interesting detail if he does. Now make sure, if you're talking about Ian Garry does a good job of moving, yes, he moves the whole time. But they didn't say moving, they said running, and running specifically, when we use it as a vernacular in this space, means he goes backwards. He's running from you. He's running. Running away from a fight. Guys that run away from fights are really hard to take down.
This might just be the defining moment in both fighters' careers. Ian Garry arrives at the peak of his powers, driven to prove he deserves a spot among the elite. Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev could be facing one of the last chapters of his legendary run. Two completely different fighting styles, but make no mistake, each man is dangerous in his own right.
Who would your prediction be in coming out on top? Because I feel like Islam Makhachev's humor is a little bit underestimated. He's already called this the Timu Conor McGregor Khabib fight, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, obviously the fans are going to be Islam's side. Like, let's be real here. Nobody's like, yo, I hate Islam Makhachev. I want to be Team Garry. I feel like you're either, man, I think Ian Garry could low-key pull this off, or your team Islam Makhachev. But I think in terms of like winning the press conference or, you know, the talking or whatever, I feel like it really does come down to the crowd perception. I feel like it's really hard to get out from under the crowd booing the fuck out of you, which is going to happen to Ian Garry, especially when he starts talking about how great he is to everybody. It just, like, people just don't like that. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, in terms of like them interacting, I think it's funny too, because like you said, Ian Garry is very like braggadocious and talkative, and Islam is very quiet, but he has like a weird, like, good sense of humor to him. Yeah, I think it's interesting to see them interact. But man, I can't wait to see them fight. It's gonna be sick.
After third round is when the fight's gonna get like good, you know.
HQ just told me that his Ian Garry's reach is only 74 inches, and
What?
Dan
That's my
Hooker's
reach.
was 76.
My reach is 74. Damn, that's crazy.
75.
Well, what's Islam's?
But the reach also matters more, like, depending on how tall you are, like, that makes a difference with the reach. I don't care how long your arms are. I feel like the height matters a lot too, though.
And footwork matters.
And footwork.
You know, you can have 3 inches on the arm advantage, but if your footwork is trash, it doesn't matter.
Hey, guess what Islam's reach is?
70.5.
Oh, you know.
I fought him. I studied it.
That's not a guessing game.
I'm just kidding. They told me.
They told you.
I fought him at 70.5.
I'm like, damn, this guy does his research.
No.
It's kind of short for
Yeah,
That's very short.
Right?
That's very
You're
short.
74?
74.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, mine was 75. 75, damn.
Islam Makhachev has run through nearly every elite name the division has thrown at him, and he always steps in razor sharp and ready for war. Ian Garry, meanwhile, still carries a point to prove. The welterweight ranks are loaded right now, and there's zero margin for hesitation once you're this close to the top.
Like, you defended the belt multiple times in a fucking year, so you got to see your favorite athlete and your favorite champion fight so often. But now you're lucky to see Islam fight once a year, or
hard,
shit,
man.
even it's just hard. But the fact that we get to see him, fight Ian Garry, that's going to be a sick fucking fight. Sick fight.
I think from what I've seen with Ian Garry, he's a guy that can get it done. Again, Islam is one of the greatest to ever do it in this game. He's dominant in his field, and now he's at welterweight. He wears it well. Like against JDM, I thought JDM scrambling would give him problems, but nah, he didn't. It wasn't the case. But with Garry, the fight with Shavkat, he got close at the end as well, finishing Shavkat. But the way he handled Shavkat's grappling, I wouldn't say foreshadow what's gonna happen with that fight, but I haven't actually looked at that fight too much yet, but I'm excited for that fight just because it's like, again, another one of those ones where it's like destiny. A guy like Ian Machado, who's come up, had this dream, been calling it since day dot. He's been saying, I'm the future. I'm the future. And now the future is here. So will he get it done? Possibly.
Islam is going to be the shorter fighter, which is unusual for him because he's usually a little bit taller than everyone. But it's going to work for him because he's a body lock guy. He gets into body lock positions. He sweeps the feet out. He picks up. He dumps. And when he does dump Machado, Garry on the ground, and it will occur. He's going to have Gary's going to have a real hard time stopping the flow of what Makhachev does. Makhachev moves to good positions, and if he can do damage by punching, he does that. But as soon as Garry tries to explode out, Makhachev's going to catch him in a position where now he's starting to sink, and that's where Makhachev can get the submission on him. Because Garry he is not as good as Islam on the ground. He doesn't have any kind of, position where he can look and say, this is a good position for me on the ground.
No.
He's beaten everywhere there. So he's got to keep it on the feet to be successful in the fight, and that's going to be very hard for him to do.
No problem. He's not an easy guy for anybody, no matter what style it is, whether it be boxing, kicking, you name. That's why I've always said he's the most well-rounded fighter of all. I've said that on many occasions. I said he was the most well-rounded fighter in the lightweight division, and people blasted me for that. But he proved my point. He's proven my point every time. He's just a great athlete who basically. He's the easiest for me to manage. I've been with him since 2014, maybe late 2013. And I really haven't put very much work into him as of late because he knows what he's doing. It's almost like wind him up, tell him what to do, and he goes out and does it, With Habib in his corner and me in his corner, and then he has Saif Safula, his other guy, that's a great coach, Taekwondo coach. He does fantastic.
Fight Night lands August 15th at UFC 330 in Philadelphia. And this one's shaping up to be the toughest test either man has ever faced. Now, when it comes to picking a winner, you already know where we stand on that. This is the fight game, and on Fight Night, nobody's really the favorite. No sure things, no guarantees. Just two elite competitors stepping into the cage to settle it once and for all. One moment, one mistake, and the entire fight can flip. Let us know your pick in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed for more UFC 330 content leading right up to Fight Night.